Oh, what a start, right? Welcome, 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 welcome. I am recording, it looks like. Okay, great. This is going to be a hopefully a short video on how to connect Binance and 3commas for spot trading and or futures. I don't know. I live in the US, so we can't do futures trading on Binance, but apparently you can do futures on Binance. So if you can do futures on Binance, please let me know. Give me some screenshots, whatever, so I can hopefully possibly make a video on that. Would be great. I am Panda. I am from the Arca trading team, and I guess I unofficially run this technical site, I guess. I gotta turn that alert off. But anyways, so yeah, this is for a request for one of our members to help him or her, not judging, sign into Binance on their account. They do not live in the US, so they might be able to do futures, which again, please let me know if you can. But let's get started. And I assume you have Binance already opened, ready to go. I assume you have 3commas open, ready to go. If you don't, now's the time to do it. I'm going to close everything here because I've done this like 3 times now. The second time I forgot to push the record button. I probably should just stream this. Sorry. Anyways, so let's say you have your 3commas ready, you have your Binance opened. Great, good, great. So we're gonna go on your dashboard. So this is your dashboard. You're gonna want to create on SignalBots, okay? If you haven't already, make sure you have a connection on here. So whatever, here's all the connections you can do. So spot, margin futures, and again, regular Binance has futures apparently, but Binance USA only has spot. So this Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, Bybit. The only reason we've traded with Kraken and some of us has traded with Bitstamp is because these were the ones that seem to have the better fees. If you don't understand that, these exchanges go by a 30-day rolling fee tier. So the more you trade, the more amount you trade, the less your fees are. But anyways, make sure you have this set up, okay? I've already have one set up already, but I will show how to do this. So you're gonna want to connect to exchange. You wanna go to whatever you're gonna be using. Leave this window open, okay? I'm gonna go back to my Binance, okay? And I believe it's in here. You want API management, okay? Now, as I say this, I have a lot open, I'm sorry. Let me close some of these so I can get back to this. They do have full guides here, which you can click on. So whatever you're using, they will have full guides. But since I'm doing this and I've already done this for a while now, I'll just show you how to do this, okay? So give your API a name. I'm gonna do 3commas testing. Okay. We're gonna create, and you're gonna do this. Now I've done this how many times now, so I will tell you, you will have to have your email address opened. Okay. Create. Oh my god, again. So confirmation email sent. I'm going to switch over to my thing, so give me 1 minute. I'll just put this on here so I can go on my email. Confirm API creation. Okay. We got that opened. I will switch back here. Showing what's showing on my screen, so no one's in the chat right now anyway, so I'm just talking to myself, so set up video live. Great. Anyone? I usually do these videos live, so if anyone hops in with any questions I can answer, but anyways, no one's here right now, so let's go back to here real quick. Okay, so now that you did your email, you confirmed it, it should pop this up, okay? Your API key and your secret key. You're gonna copy the API key, you're gonna go back to your 3commas, and I forgot to explain why I'm using 3commas. 3commas gives you a free trial, okay? You do not have to have a subscription, so don't worry about this full access. You can just start a new bot. Now, with the free access, you can only have one bot. Just so we remember that. This is why I say to use 3commas first. Tickerly is a little better because you can do limit orders, but you have to have a subscription, so that's why I'm not showing you Tickerly. I do have a setup guide on Tickerly in the Arca trading team. If you're not signed in, or if you're watching this and you're not signed up for Arca, maybe you should. But anyways, so let's say we got our exchange set up, whatever. You're going to want to go to Tradingview strategy. Now you should have showed you this before. So Tradingview strategy, make sure your exchange is in here. Okay? If you don't have your exchange up, let me go back to the thing again here. Okay. So now you have this set up. Okay? You're going to put your API key here. We go back here. Oops, wrong one. Oh dear. Oh dear. It moved again. It didn't it? Okay. Your secret key. This is only going to show up now, okay? Once you finish this, this will be basically encrypted. So you want to make sure you take your secret key now and you put it in here, okay? Take your IP address and you're going to want to edit restrictions, okay? Enable read and enable spot trade only, or if it has futures, it'll probably have a different look to this too. You don't want this, okay? You don't want it to withdraw. You just want it to read and spot trade for you. And you want a restricted access, so you want to put that IP address in here. If there's more than one IP address, add more than one IP address, okay? And then make sure you take the 000 out, okay? Because you don't want just anybody to use it. You just want 3commas to use it. So this is how it'll send the alerts to this address, okay? Now that we got that set up, and this is actually very simple compared to Kraken and compared to Bitstamp. I'm surprised how easy this is. Okay, so we're gonna save it. Gonna go through all this crap again. I'm gonna put 10. Apologies. Actually, you know what? Let's do 100 because it's not gonna It's not gonna let me do this anyways. But for the sake of testing and stuff, we'll just do this. So let's say you want to do $100. Okay, that's the max investment it's gonna use, and that's it. Doesn't touch anything else. Once this drops, then it stops trading. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to change this to something else. Let's do 1,000, just for the sake of this, because I'll have to show you something on Tradingview as well. Okay. So you have this set up for what you want. Now, you see here, set signal alerts and script configuration. Copy script configuration, and we'll head over to Tradingview. Now I assume you already have two-factor authorization set up on Tradingview. If not, I suggest you do this before anything else. You're going to have to go in your profile. I have a write-up for this as well on the Arca Bulls trading strategies channel on how to get to your, it should be pinned, I hope. If not, let me know. I'll help you out with that too. It's not very hard. It's basically just go into your, you basically go in your profile and you find the two-factor authorization. That's it. Now, I assume you have your hybrid set up or your alpha or omega, and be very cautious when if you're using omega, because if you're spot trading with omega, you will need the coins. If you don't have the coins, it's not going to work, because it needs to sell the coins at a high price and then buy the coins at a low price. If you're using futures, it doesn't matter. But anyways, so I'm assuming you have everything set up, your EMA strategy, your properties, etc., etc. I am going to show you my omega that I'm using right now. That's not my omega, that's my elite. Okay. So this is my 1 hour chart. Again, I'm using an hour chart. Giving me 66% profitability, 210. And I'm only using $90 initially and 80% equity. Now, the only reason why is because currently it's actually trading $229. Okay, this is why I make sure that if anyone asks me about percentage rate based trading, make sure, you know, this isn't going to be what you'll be trading. This is what you're going to be trading. If I wanted to trade $90, I'd have to put this lower, because again, it's been trading since January of 2023. Right now, it's currently trading $229, but of course that's not what I want to start out with, right? So let's say I want to trade $100, so I would have to change this, or I change the order size. Okay, I wanted to keep it at 80% equity, so let's say I do 50. Let's see what that changes to. There. Now it's trading at 127. Okay, so just make sure if you're going to use percentage equity that you have that set up as so to where the current trade is showing what you want to trade. I want to trade $229, so that's why I have this at 90. Make sense? I hope. And also, for another little thing here, so I made this thing is made from January 23rd, 2023 to now, $210. You can go to your list of trades and you can see basically the exit and entry dates. You can see this isn't really a high frequency trade. It's what Arca mentioned was a swing trade strategy, which is still pretty good considering, you know, for a swing trade and starting with only $90, it's, you know, made a good amount now. But if you want to see, let's say you want to try a high frequency, so you want to try 3-5, you found a really good one, it looks really good, you can always go over here from the range chart, you can see, let's say it started 7 days ago, nothing, okay, let's say it started 30 days ago, okay, there's one, only made $4, that's fine, last 90 days, hey, it made $9, okay. Okay, so just kind of a little thing there. But anyways. Alright, where was I? I'm sorry. Ah, yes. Okay, so let's say I have a new chart open. If you're looking for your thing, you have to make sure you're using the same exchange as you are your chart. If this won't work if you're using a different chart with a different source. Okay, so it has to be the same source chart as the exchange. Now to make the alert, you go here. Shut up. Okay, you go to these three dots here. Okay. Add alert. Go to your messages. Remember that big long script? We're gonna copy paste. Click outside so you get a green button. Put an alert name, you know. That's for your own preference. You go to notifications. Make sure your webhook URL is connected or checked. And let's go back to 3commas real quick so I can show you that. So here's the webhook URL. You want to copy this. And you're going to paste it here. Go Bago. Make sure it's in your same thing here, same as chart. I'm using a 10-minute for example. Okay. Then you want to create. And it should pop up here. Okay, I'm just going to pause it because I don't need it on. Now that we have that set up on our Tradingview, we go back to 3commas. And we push start. I know this is showing this because it does not have enough in there. Again, it won't show this if you have everything set up right. I'm going to proceed anyways. Okay, invalid API key. Basically, I tried to make a new API, so that's why it's not working. But if it was working, you go to your signal bots, and it'll show here. These are all my bots, my old bots. You can see when I started. We did this in February of this year. So this is when we actually started the trades. But anyways, so this is what it would look like. It would show your testing whatever. And then you can click on one of these. It'll show basically a log of your trades. So here's all the completed trades I've done. We did a XCN for the longest time. Here's a rejected message. You don't have a sell position. So when I made the bot, it didn't have a sell. It didn't have a buy position. So it tried to sell what it didn't have, and that's why it rejected. Here's a failed. We didn't receive information about your order. This is because the API key was wrong, or the script was wrong, or whatever. So you can fix it on your Tradingview and try again. But yes, this is how you would do Binance spot trading. Okay, futures trading is a little different. And I cannot show you that because I am from the US and I do not have access to futures trading on Binance. Now, saying that, you can use other exchanges like Blowfin, Femex, what's the other one? Pionex, I believe, has futures trading. Those you do not need 3commas. Okay, I will say that right now. You do not need 3commas if you are futures trading on those exchanges. it just seems to have to use this for other exchanges that don't offer their own in-house type deal. And I do have a video for that too on the Arca channel. But yeah, I think that is all I can really show you now. I hope this helped. If it didn't, I apologize greatly. Oh, which reminds me, I'm sorry, I should show you this. Um, Particularly, this is the other. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Is Tickerly? Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's Tickerly.net. Tickerly.net. This is the other one, okay? Unfortunately, you have to have a subscription to use this. This is why I say I don't use this. The only reason we used Tickerly before is because we can do limit orders, and we do have a write-up as well on the Archibald's channel for Tickerly. Now, it's basically the same thing. You can use 3commas, or you can use Tickerly. If you use Tickerly and you have a different exchange that I did not show, you can always go back to Tickerly and use their free guide. Okay, right here, free guide. So let's say I want to use a different exchange. OKX. Here's a full guide here. Okay, so it shows you how to connect. You can use that with Tickerly as well to set, because the setup is basically the same thing. Okay. And here's some videos too if you do decide to go with Tickerly. But I believe that is all I need to show you, or I have to show you. If you have any questions, if you're still confused, DM me and I will try to help you the best I can one-on-one. Otherwise, I believe that is all. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this helped, and have a great rest of your Friday afternoon, or Saturday, wherever you are. This is Panda, and I will see you in the next one. And I will see you in the next one.